How's it going, you sexy beast? Today we're going to sit down and talk about my new love, the T9 CARV-S, which will be referred to as the T9 CS from here on out. This is the slightly modified default T9 CARV that the Terran Republic Heavy Assault class starts with. It allows the changing of fire rate and a very large selection of attachments at a slightly lower rate of fire. This light machine gun is extremely expensive and is rightfully so. Its wide selection of attachments will suit any playstyle and allows the user to throw down tons of lead down range with its large magazine and ammunition reserves. Since this is just an upgraded version of the default Heavy Assault LMG, it embodies what the Terran Republic is all about: extremely high rate of fire and a large ammunition capacity. Let's discuss this awesome weapon and all that it brings to the table. Right from the get-go, this LMG seemed extremely strong while completely bare. Without a single attachment, I felt like I could still engage targets at medium ranges effectively while having a really easy time controlling recoil. The iron sights are much less obtrusive than the default LMG iron sights for the new conglomerate, which is such a relief. It's yet another ghost ring setup, but the rear ring and four posts are very thin, giving the gunner a good visual on the target while keeping the sights on the enemy extremely easy. What I absolutely loved about this weapon was the fact that it has extremely strong in all situations, even without any attachments. Overall, though, the recoil for the T9 CS is interestingly low. There's an equal side-to-side recoil, which is just an inconvenience since it's nearly impossible to control. For the vertical recoil on the muzzle, it climbs at a rate of 0.45, which is a little higher than average for most of the Terran Republic's LMGs. The recoil modifier for the first round shot is 1.6 times, which is a nice balance since the default T9 CARV has a multiplier of 2. This gives the T9 CS's burst fire ability a stronger aspect of the weapon, since firing controlled bursts down range will be even easier to control. Muzzle velocity of each round fired from this beast is 600, which is slightly above average for most Terran LMGs, but still slightly lower than the T16's velocity of 640. Leading targets are still recommended while fighting perpendicular enemies from ranges further than 35 meters. Let's get some numbers, shall we? The T9 CS fires at a staggering rate of 698 rounds per minute, which is slightly lower than the default T9 CARV's fire rate of 750. Every round deals 143 damage to the target, which is slightly low, but will drop any non-infiltrator target in a total of 7 bullets. Coupled with this awesome fire rate, the total time to kill a target is 0.6 seconds, which is slightly faster than most other weapons in the game. Total ammunition in the magazine is 100 rounds and 300 in the reserve, which lets you go on a total rampage of 50 kills with your allotted ammunition. If you grab the extended magazine attachment, your maximum magazine ammo capacity is extended to 150, but your reserve ammunition will be 250. This keeps the total rounds that you carry 400. The reload speed of the humongous box magazine is 5.5 seconds with the round still left in the chamber, and 6.5 seconds after you fully emptied your weapon. This is to be expected with most light machine guns, but is still slightly faster than other box magazine LMGs. But who are we kidding? This thing has 100 bullets. You're not going to be reloading quite often until you know you're in a good spot to do so. How about we do a little dress up to this beauty? This weapon has access to every single attachment in the game, with the exception of laser sights, launchers, and an advanced foregrip. With this, we have an entire library to choose from with how you want this gun to act. The iron sights are pretty good, but why would you use those when we can get whichever sights we want? I opted for the 2x reflex since it allows me to engage targets at nearly any range, but due to the strength of this LMG, a 3.4x scope is totally optimal too. For the barrel attachment, to drop the vertical recoil of this gun, I grabbed a compensator. The only other two choices don't really seem to fit, and I absolutely hate the accuracy detriment of the flash suppressor overall. For the rail attachment, I got a foregrip to help control the very bouncy side-to-side recoil of this bullet hose of a gun. Otherwise, I'd recommend a laser sight to help with close quarters engagements. Another touchy subject, though, is the ammunition type. Due to the adaptability of this gun, high velocity ammunition would be a strong choice if you're in the mood for medium range engagements with higher power optics. For me, though, the soft point ammunition is still too strong to pass up. It reduces damage of the rounds by 5% and ranges up to 15 meters, but will increase the damage of each bullet up to 25% at a maximum range of 75 meters. If you're in close quarters, it's going to require 8 bullets to kill an enemy, but medium ranges you'll be dropping targets in 6 bullets. So, this upgraded version of the T9 CARV is extremely expensive and is rightfully so. The certification cost is a staggering 1,000 certs or a station cache cost of 700. Let's fully load it up. 30 certs for the 2x reflex or whichever optics of your choice. Toss on another 100 certs for the soft point or high velocity ammunition, whichever one you prefer. 100 more certs for your foregrip, and the final 100 certs for the vertical compensator. This will set the total price tag of the T9 CS a very, very scary 1,330 certification points, or just 700 station cache and 330 certification points for all the attachments. That's a pretty steep certification cost either way, but getting this weapon with all the attachments makes it absolutely devastating. In the midst of combat, this LMG has such strong adaptability. I was actually very impressed once I got my hands on it. Due to being used to the medium range strength of the default New Conglomerates LMG, it was quite refreshing to use a weapon that was very strong in pretty much every single aspect of the battlefield. At medium ranges, I would fire in bursts and would be pretty strong presence on the field. With the foregrip and compensator though, going crazy with fully automatic fire is quite viable in dropping targets. In close quarters though, hipfire was usually less than fruitful. There's not much to say in terms of advice to how best to use this gun, since honestly, it's strong in nearly every situation. Kind of a choice you can't go wrong with. So there you have it guys, there's a little bit of love for the Terran Republic. First review of their weapons and I am already hooked. The T9 CARV-S is an extremely strong LMG, which gives the heavy assault class an even stronger contender for battlefield domination. The sheer availability of the attachments to be used on this gun is just daunting, and the ones I selected allow the wielder to engage targets at nearly any range. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and you found what you were looking for. Got an idea for the next video? Drop a line in the comment section below, or you could just say that Legos are pretty much the best thing ever invented. Did you like the video? Give it a thumbs up. Want to see more videos like this in the future? Go ahead and subscribe. It's totally free.